So, and there's a calendar right here if you need to see it. On Monday, this text is from Monday of that week, the 2nd. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you remember being bitten? You got it all there?
Oh, not the whole thread.
Being bitten by a rat snake.
Yes, I did.
All right, tell me about that. Where were you? What were you doing that day?
Remember I found the snake. It was, I don't remember the exact location. But I want to say it was possibly around the chicken coop up by the barn or something. I don't remember exactly where I found that snake at, but
it got you. It sounds like the snake found you and you didn't find the snake.
oh yeah, I picked the snake up, and I knew it wasn't a poisonous snake, so I wasn't grabbing. I picked it up.
Okay. And your mom says, "What kind is it?" And you said, "A rat snake." I already relocated him, but it doesn't say but. You say, "He got me while trying to get him out." Right? And then you sent a picture, and I've got a bigger version of it, of what appears to be. Nope.
Nope.
Not a transparency.
I want it to be.
So you got bit by a rat snake, and
Yes.
that's your hand, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And how many times did the snake bite you? Just once?
Yeah, it was just that one time.
Just that one time. Okay. Can you put that back? Your mother says, "Wash that good and come get iodine." Sound about right? Did you wash it good?
I'm sure I did.
You go get iodine?
I don't remember going to get iodine.
You just don't remember.
I don't remember putting iodine on it, no. I'm pretty sure I would have washed it.
Okay. But you told your mother about it,
Yes.
and she said to go get iodine. Yes?
Yes.
And the iodine was in the house, yes?
Believe so. I didn't have any, and I don't ever remember using any.
Okay. It's been 6 years. Yes?
Yes.
And you haven't thought about being bitten by a rat snake in 6 years?
No, I have
okay.
not.
But you had gotten iodine out of the house before, when you were cut.
I don't remember using iodine until the last time I had a serious cut, and that was a long time ago.
Your Honor, at this time I would admit Scott 87 and Scott 86, which is the text message regarding the rat snake bite and the picture of the rat snake bite.
All right, objection?
No objection.
All right, move.
So what did you do the rest of the day on the 2nd? Did you play any golf that day? Monday.
I might have. I don't really remember that day particularly, but there's possibly a good chance I played golf. I know I played golf prior to that weekend. That might have been the day I played at Manor Golf Course with my buddies. But I do know I played within a week period of time before that 4th of July weekend.
Do you remember what your mom was doing that day?
No, I do not.
All right. Let's move on to the 3rd. You remember what you did all day of the 3rd, right?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do?
Got up, took care of the animals, and planted the bushes that we just recently bought at Scottsdale Farms behind the backside of the house. It was like some holly bushes. And then once that was done, it was about lunchtime, and then
And that's you and your mom did that? Because y'all went to Scottsdale Farms, right?
yeah, I planted the stuff, and I remember her being on the tractor going around picking up branches and stuff like that. throw them into the bucket. So yeah, we planted those, and then we decided to go up to Cherokee Ranch to get lunch before I left to go up to the lake house.
What was your dad doing that morning?
I don't remember exactly what he was doing that morning, but he was already at Cherokee Ranch when we got there.
Okay. So he wasn't helping you guys move the, what kind of plant was it?
It was like some holly bushes.
Holly bushes?
Yeah.
Boxwoods or anything like that?
I don't think, no, those weren't boxwoods or some hollies.
Just hollies. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So your dad was already up there. Was that the first time you saw him that day, according to your testimony?
I believe that's right. I think that, as I remember, yes.
Okay. Do you remember seeing him any on the second?
I might have. I don't recall.
How about this? So, I mean, the last time you saw that you've alleged that you saw this, that you saw your dad alive was at Cherokee Ranch. Do you remember the last time you saw your dad before that?
I remember he went with us to Scottsdale Farms to buy those bushes.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he was with us when we went there to buy those bushes.
All right. How about before that? Because you just said you didn't know what he did that morning. But y'all went the day before to Scottsdale Farms?
I believe we did. I'm not 100% sure on which day, but I know he went with us to buy the bushes.
Did you see him any before that?
I'm sure I have. It was the weekend.
Well, okay, that would have been his birthday. So you remember his birthday, maybe Scottsdale Farms, Cherokee Ranch. That was it.
To my memory for right now, yes.
So you left Cherokee Ranch. Where was your mother going that you knew of?
I have no clue.
Did you know anything about going to the dog groomers up in Ball Ground?
Don't recall that.
Don't recall. Did y'all talk at lunch where, everybody was going?
I don't remember the conversations that we had at that lunch that day.
So your dad was at lunch. Did he talk to you when he was leaving, or did he just get up and walk out?
He was still there when I left.
Okay. But did he talk to you?
I remember saying, "Hey, I'm going. I'm going up to the lake house. I'll see you later."
That's what you said?
I said to him.
Okay. Did he say anything back to you?
He would have said, "Okay."
But you don't know. Did he say anything to the effect of, "Why are you going to the lake house? We're doing work at the farm today. Why aren't you doing your job?"
No, he never made that comment to me.
Okay. You went, where was that lake house? You referred to, I believe it's in Dawson County.
Yes, sir. It's, I can't give you the name of the road and all. I mean, I travel there so much. It's up where the outlets are, that section of the lake. You could get to it by, instead of turning left.
Is it near War Hill?
I believe so. I think the park was kind of
War Hill Park?
across the way of the cove and all. That possibly might have been the name of that cove.
And that would be like where you would put the boat in, or was the lake house like right there?
They had their own dock, so we wouldn't put boats in the
Okay.
water. But their lake house was in a much slimmer cove. But I would say if I knew, don't remember the name of the park, but there was definitely a park over there, and I would say that's about 200-300 yards away from their dock. So.
And how many times have you been to their lake house?
Quite a bit.
What'd you do the rest of the day? I mean, you were there from what, about 2 till 10? According to your testimony?
Of the day of the 3rd?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I got there, had lunch, drove up there, and we went out on the lake and came back, and we were just hanging out.
How about this? So, how many beers did you have to drink that day?
I don't remember.
Don't remember?
I probably only had like maybe 1 or 2 beers.
All my DUI clients say that. That's all they ever had was 1 or 2 beers. Did you have any shots?
I don't remember having any.
Okay. But you've had shots up there before, right?
Oh, yeah.
Fireball?
Yeah, a couple times.
Typically what y'all do, you have the shots of Fireball?
Fireball, Jack Fire. I mean, it's just what we decided
Crown
to do.
Maple, any of that?
I don't ever Crown. I know we done Crown Peach before and all, but
Okay. But y'all would have shots. That wasn't unusual.
yeah,
Okay. So it could have happened that day, obviously.
it could have, but
Hey.
I don't remember. Because it was July 3rd. We weren't really partying like we would
On the 4th.
on 4th.
It was a warm-up party.
Yeah, it was just all of us hanging out.
Okay. So, what'd y'all eat?
I honestly don't remember.
Okay. I find this really interesting, Scott. I just want to note this. You remember, you spent all morning in very thorough detail remembering things about how you were terminated from this job, or all these very long ago events. You go into so much detail about all that. But when we're talking about the day that your father was murdered, you don't remember very much at all. Would you agree that that's odd? I'll put it in a question.
No, I don't find it odd. I'm sorry if I don't remember what I ate that day. I remember the basics of the event. To me, at that time, there was nothing wrong.
So, how did you wind up leaving the lake house that night?
Melody called me. It had to been around 10 o'clock or so. And she asked me, when are you going to be home? And I said, I don't know, haven't really decided, but why, what's going on? And she said, well, the horses are out. And I said, what do you mean, how the horses get out? And she said, your father left the gate open. And she was like, you need to come home and get the horses up. And I said, okay, well, I'll be on my way in just a few minutes.
How long did it take you to get home?
It's about a 35 to 45 minute drive, roughly.
Okay.
I wasn't driving right down the road.
So you